Hello everyone, this is FDV here to bring you game number 2 in this best of 3 series between SKD and Archer. It is the finals of FDV's tournament. Let's see how this goes. Now, I must confess, this game is not casted live. I could not be here for it. So sad. However, I am bringing it to you almost as soon as possible, literally just an hour after this game was played. Let's see what happened. Cannot wait. Gonna get everything all set up, and of course the map, or let's all introduce them first. Wow, I can never get that right. Sitting in the bottom here we have FDV's SKD as the red Zerg, and on the top we have FDV's Archer as the purple Zerg. And of course the map is Cliffs of Forever. If I slip up and call it Cliffs of Victory, that's because it was its original name. Then I decided that FDV starts with F, so I should start with Forever. Either way will be an interesting match. And oh gosh, I forgot to set my busy. Shout out to Flower Girl, who is a Platinum Protoss. I think she used to be Diamond and crushed me in some 1v1 somewhere that I met her. Anyway, beside the point, we already have a spawning pool coming down from Archer. Is this a 10 pool? Hold on, well, I'm looking at SKD. That explains a lot. We do have the 10 pool coming out from Archer, meaning he could be looking to end this very quickly. That would be an interesting change because we don't often see a lot of cheese out of these players. The question is whether or not, no, SKD, I don't think he spotted this. He has spotted it. Oh my goodness. He has spotted the 10 pool, responding with, not quite a 14-14. I'm not sure if the 14-14 can punish a 10 pool on a map like this, where my mouse is frozen. But this map, certainly, it's easy to scout and easy to bring lings across. So, I'm not really sure if there's enough distance for the 14-14 to really beat the 10 pool. Either way, we will find out. We do have lings on the way, and the spawning pool is just about done. Looks like it does, even on this map. Everything should be fine. He will be seeing these lings come across the map right away. And his own lings are going to be on the way. Extractor coming down, sort of a bold choice considering the circumstances, I feel. But he was supply blocked, so that was, yep, there we go. It was cancelled, and we do have these lings going to come in to intercept, but there's so many more lings here. Yep, he pulls the drones. I'm not sure about that angle. However, he does have his own lings and the surround. Going to be easily killing off those Zerglings, and speed is on the way. We do have more Zerglings coming out from Archer, who has his queen out, so everything is progressing sort of normally. I feel that SKD though has seized an basically an unbeatable advantage in this. I mean, how do you, once he has speed, he's going to have such an advantage over Archer. It's not even going to be a joke. It's going to be a joke, really, in some ways. But I think we are seeing an expand come down. No, the expand is being blocked by SKD. He will lose his drone, though, because the other drone got the hit off first. Time to run it away, tank it home. Nope, that drone is dead. And that expand will be secured. We do have, I almost missed this continuing battle over here as Archer puts a spine crawler down inside the base of SKD. Oh my goodness gracious, but there are the speedlings. They're going to be able to get that surround off easily. More lings are flooding in. There's the cancel and everything. Oh, there's the re-engagement. We do have the spine crawler coming down once again. And this battle is just constant. To mean that battle with the drones is really meaningless because this entire thing, it's almost I mean, how do you even start talking about this? Oh my goodness. Oh, let's take a look at our unit count here quick. I will notice that Archer is gaining quite a lead in drones, and that is going to be an issue as this battle continues. SKD has just been losing way too many drones in this fight, and his minerals are much lower as well. The advantage actually had slipped into Archer's favor. On the other hand, remember that SKD does have speed, which will help him out a lot in these engagements, and he does have gas. On the other hand, these two queens and Spinecrawler really nullify anything that SKD is going to be able to do, I feel, as he moves out across the map. When we're taking a look at some more drones on the way, he does need to bring them out. Scared off by those Spinecrawlers. There are a couple of tricks he could do to get a few hits off on those drones. I don't think he'll be able to do much. He does move in to engage that Roach Warren, will not be able to take it out to get some free hits off though. Of course, Zerg buildings heal, so I often feel that getting hits off on them is not very important. On the other hand, that Roach Warren is a very big change in this game. We're moving out from pure Ling into a much higher, into the next higher tech, and I feel he's definitely going to need to respond to this. Somehow you can't beat Roach. Well, you can actually beat Roaches with Lings if you have a lot of Lings and you get a good surround, simply because Lings just always do massive damage, and having that surround means quite a bit. But if the Roaches find any terrain they can micro against, any form, like this area here, for example, is just, I don't know if it's really suited to Roaches so much, maybe the smaller areas here where these block off Lings a couple at a time. We do have an expand coming down as well. There is a bunch of scouting going on as I accidentally click that, hiding that production tab for a second. Anyway, the scouting here will eventually, I believe, if he does scout this position one, yep, there we go. He has seen the base, courtesy of that Overlord. It's going to be immediately running out to get it. We do actually have some fairly nice creep spread going on. Creep spread is important in ZvZ, simply because it can allow you to scout terrain, allowing you to do this to prevent the cancel on this hatchery. SKD is not going to lose his Lings though. Whoa, at current APM of 144. Not often something you see out of SKD. He does lose a Ling there, is going to be able to pull them out. Will he go into the main base, or is he going to keep trying to work down this hatchery? I do not know. I am curious. Look, he's going to be working at that queen. Will he be able to bring it down? We do have a Spinecrawler coming down. More Lings are flooding in. All of a sudden that hatchery is vulnerable. Oh my goodness gracious, SKD hitting on multiple fronts. Will he be able to take it out? I do not think so. Roaches just in a good spot, supported by those queens, will be enough to take this out. A few Lings do manage to escape, of course. Those Lings do need to get back out of there, because they are in trouble. Either way, they are going to get a few more hits on that hatchery. I do remember Day 9 saying that if something is weak, you always keep risking things because you want to kill it, basically for more than it's worth. And I honestly feel that's what we have going on. You have a lot more Spinecrawlers coming down. I'm not sure if I consider this a good or a bad choice. Normally I would say you don't want to spend on defenses if you don't have to, but he might have to. The fact that there are Roaches and a much faster finished natural base does mean that SKD has to be on the defensive in this matchup. Pure Ling does not work up well against Roach Hydra, and that's exactly what we are going to be seeing. Or at least I thought we were. I could have sworn that we had seen a Hydra Den coming down. I guess I am wrong. I've not actually seen Roach Hydra on this map yet. I would be very curious to see how it goes down. See a lot of mutaplay. I mean, a lot of mutaplay, which is probably not surprising considering the bases. Although I will point out, as I pointed out to several other people, that when you actually think about using Mutalisks on this map, you'll realize that only this base, only this area here is actually exposed. All the rest are backed up right to the edge of the map. Like, there is almost no, I don't even think, if you have a Spore Crawler here, you can't hide Mutalisks in this corner. You just can't. and there's no space to drop around. You can pretty much see, and my mouse freezing, of course, that's why I'm have that tooltip up. But yeah, there actually is no space to hide Mutalisks anywhere. It's just the openness of your main base is not something that people are used to. Either way, we do have the Roaches able to hit the spawning pool from the low ground. Look at that. How is he going to respond? The only real way to do this is to kill that Overlord somehow. Will not be able to. All of a sudden, that spawning pool is dead, and is getting 3 hits on those Lings as well. I wouldn't worry too much about the mineral line. I don't think anything can hit. Okay, I should rephrase. I actually know that nothing can hit the mineral line. Actually, maybe this map does have to be reworked, because I wonder if a Marine here could hit a drone, could hit a worker. I could have sworn I made it so that they could. Oh, maybe there was an error. Either way, we'll figure that out later as these are beginning to work away at this base. There are the cancels. There are these Lings coming in. They will not be able to do anything here, as it does have a nice sort of wall off between SKD's own hatchery and those minerals. We do have these working away at it. This natural is definitely going to fall, putting SKD in a very terrible position. He's been on Ling this whole game, without any other way to tech up, and now deny the income of his natural. We might lose a Roach here to the Broodlings. Of course, Broodlings not that much better than Zerglings, so in some way, yeah, there we go. I'm losing all of his drones. There may be enough Lings here. One does get picked off. Maybe there might be enough Lings with the Queen support. We are going to see them moving out, trying to scout out these bases. We do have a somewhat ninja expand coming down from SKD, but I feel these Roaches might just be on the hunt. And if they are, they will find that base. And that could be an issue. Have an Overseer deciding to make its home over the cliff, and these Roaches are indeed heading for that expansion, which is more defensible than this one, I will point out once again. Lings are going to try and come around from the back. Only a couple of Lings, though, not going to be enough. There is the cancel. He does realize that there was that. Oh my goodness, losing another Ling. That's the problem with trying to harass Roaches, basically, is that they just keep. Basically, you can't really kill them. There is, this run by almost was just too many units. 3 Queens, couple of Roaches. Must be a ton of units. Where is this Queen? He has so many Queens, and he has Roach Hydra versus pure Ling. Not going to be able to pull this off. I do not feel like this push is just way too strong. Those Hydralisks, too, if they have the range upgrade, which they do, they may be able to hit pretty darn far up there. They are not able to hit the mineral line, thankfully. I am wrong. There we go. Harassment in the mineral line, just barely able to do it. That is fantastic. That actually does make me happy, I must confess. Because I love the idea that you have to be defensive in all areas, but what can SKD do? He's almost a third the supply of his opponent, and that lead is just going to grow as he begins to work away at these units. That wall off, good idea, but not good enough. The range of the Roaches and Hydras more than enough to overcome it, and both his Queens die. And this army is moving in, killing off everything in its path. Oh my goodness, SKD, the undefeated, being just slaughtered in the final matches, losing the second match. We have our champion of the first tournament from FDV. Archer has won the game. Everybody, a big congratulations to him. Our first champion in FDV's first ever tournament. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. Guess I'm off to offer him his congratulations and talk to him about where we go from here. I'm FDV Vladireg.